Welcome to Brain Vision.
Problem 11.71. We're doing a summer internship at an architectural firm, and so we're looking at a steel rod that's 8 meters long that's suspended on a frictionless hinge at an angle of 22 degrees below the horizontal. There's a cable that makes a 30-degree angle with the rod and is attached to the wall up here somewhere. And now the cable can sustain a maximum tension of 650 newtons. So we're curious as to what mass it is that breaks the cable. And then if it's 10 kilograms less than that, what is the magnitude and direction of the force from the hinge? So we take our torques about the hinge so that we don't worry about what the wall is doing for this part. Our condition for equilibrium says that they have to add up to 0. And so we have 650 newtons times the sine of our 30 degrees times our 8 meters L, and we subtract from that mg L over 2, because the center of mass is where we're saying the weight is acting, and cosine of 22 degrees and so the maximum mass then can be 71.5 kilograms. Now, our mass is going to be 61.5 kilograms. So, doing this again except with a variable t in here, and we already know the mass, we just rearrange it to get the tension. And so the tension in this situation is equal to 559 newtons. So let's call the hinge force H. So the condition for equilibrium horizontally says that H has to equal 559 newtons times the sine of 38 degrees, which comes from, combining these two angles appropriately to get the angle from the horizontal to the cable. And so this is 344 newtons. And the cable is the only thing besides the hinge exerting any horizontal forces. So now we have h sub y has to be equal So our 61.5 kilograms times G, so the weight minus the force vertically that the cable is exerting. So 559 newtons times the cosine of 38 degrees. And so this is equal to 162 newtons. So the magnitude we just get from the Pythagorean theorem as usual. And that is 380 newtons. So here's our magnitude. And then the angle that this will be above the horizontal is going to be the arctangent of the y component over the x component. With the opposite over the hypotenuse. And this is 25.2 degrees, which we should write legibly.